You know when you tell your friend that you should start a podcast?
That's what we did.
Hi, my name is Tati.
And my name is Esme.
This is the Soul and Sips podcast.
Come and have a sip with us.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to another episode.
It's been a long time for us.
Yeah, for us recording because
Yeah.
you were
It's
on a
gone.
trip.
Yeah, I was gone because my sister graduated from high school. Congrats. Yeah, so I was with her. Yeah, I took a tiny vacation. So maybe I look a little tan. Because I saw the sun.
Yeah. But how are you feeling like after that? Because I think after that you went straight back to work.
Yeah.
Diving in.
Yeah. I'm okay. I think work, it's been very busy, but it's kind of nice. Like we have like new people and all that. So it's kind of like, it's a new chapter of work. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's really fun.
So yeah. So yeah, how have you been?
Good. I went to the hairdresser this week. For the rest, I worked from home a lot this week. I really needed my me time,
Yeah.
you know? I changed some things in the house, I put up pictures and stuff, so I'm happy.
I mean, most of them. Honestly, you're happy only like in one there. Two.
Yeah, but we don't have a lot of pictures, but that's honestly, if you don't have a lot of pictures with your friend, that actually means that it's a really good friendship.
That is so
Because
true.
you just see each other all the time, there's no need to make
take
pictures.
Yeah. We have like when we have like a big event and we like, okay, we take pictures.
Yeah. On a normal day, we don't take pictures. But
Yeah.
also what
I
we
mean-
do on a normal day, we just watch reality TV or something.
Hey, we have videos of us in the internet, so
Yeah.
that's enough.
That's very true. Oh yeah, today, sip of the day is iced coffee with Baileys. Because it's Friday and we need a drink.
And I really need a drink. You have to like really like.
Yeah.
Welcome to our This is how serious we are.
I don't even know if everybody knows what ASMR is. It's like this, like sounds that people find soothing. So
Oof,
like,
I think I put a lot of this. Oh my god, I'm just bringing it. I don't even know
Okay.
what ASMR stands for.
me neither. I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Let's put it in the video.
Yeah, I will put it somewhere. What ASMR stands for. Because I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just like soothing, very small sounds that makes you. I always say brings your brain eat. You're like,
But I don't have that. I think some people have
Oh, I
that,
don't have
and
that.
other people are like, cringe. I have that. If I hear somebody whispering, I think that's cringy. I don't want to listen to that, or almost like scary.
Oh yeah, like the whispering is annoying.
Yeah.
But I've seen there is one. I don't even know where I saw it. Like a girl that does like makeup. No, she doesn't makeup. She makes a video, but a part of the video she makes the sounds of with things. That was very.
That is
was
okay. That
very
is,
nice.
yeah, I can imagine.
That
Yeah.
was very nice.
That's
So,
true.
And that I'm into that one. That one, yes, it's very calming, very
Yeah.
soothing.
Nice. Okay, today's topic. Today's topic is nonverbal communication.
What?
And actually, you know why we came up with it? Because my mom suggested it.
Oh.
So thank you, Mom.
Thank you, as my mom. Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, and also just because I learned that the way that Javi communicates sometimes with like non-verbal ways is
Yeah.
very different than mine.
Yeah.
I feel like there's more non-verbal communication in other cultures. In the Netherlands, there's some, but there's not a lot.
No. I mean, you're very direct, so it's kind of like
You just say it.
You just say it. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
also true because I
Yeah.
feel that Latin culture goes around the bush a lot.
Yeah.
So then you create these kind of gestures or things that you don't have to say, but then you do the movement with the hand and then it means something or emphasize something.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Tell me
maybe
with the questions.
yeah, the first question. How do people in your culture usually greet one another without using words? So when you come into a party, there's like this group of people, how do you greet everybody?
I think it's universal to like hi with the hand. And at least in Colombia we are love of like hugs. So we will hug everybody, and then have a kiss everybody, which annoying. Annoying if you have like a big family reunion and you have to say to everybody and you have to kiss in the cheek to everybody, to like maybe like 50 people.
Yeah.
That is tiring, and I know. I think I told you this story when also you say hi and bye and you give a kiss in the cheek. And then I remember one family, like big family reunion, we were gonna leave, and then my mom started saying bye to everybody, and it's just really annoying. And I said to her, I was like, why don't you just like say bye to everybody and then just leave? Why do you have to go one by one and like it takes forever, then you just want to leave? That's just a me thing. But and then I left the country, and then I think COVID also kind of broke that rule. I don't know, like I haven't lived in Colombia such a long time that like I don't know how it is right now, but now I'm not used to. So if somebody does it, it's a little weird. It depends on the people.
Yeah, with some people this person is going to.
Yeah, exactly, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But if I don't know you, because that's the thing, in Colombia you even give a kiss even if you don't know them.
Oh yeah.
I found that now very weird.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
No.
It's like, ew.
No, then it's different.
Yeah.
Dutch culture is different here.
You only do it with
So
people you know.
so it's the same though. You do greet everybody once you come in, and you also greet everybody once you go away again. You usually give people that you know 3 kisses.
Yeah.
So yeah, left, right, left.
Does it has an order? Does it start with left?
Yeah, usually, yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's the opposite.
Yeah, left, right, left. Okay. And the people that you don't know, if you've never seen, it's also okay if you could give a handshake.
Yeah, handshake. Yeah.
But I have to say, it really depends on the person. Like, if I see my family, my mom and my brothers, for example, I just give 1 kiss on the cheek.
Yeah.
And with my friends, actually, we don't kiss.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah.
No, not sometimes, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, or like, I think a hug feels more natural with friends for me.
Yeah.
And not even with everybody. Some people know I don't really like hugging.
Yeah, that's true. I don't. Yeah, I mean, depends on hug. I think we were talking about that yesterday about like hugging and how like some people really like hug and it kind of feels awkward with like everybody. It's just awkward. Yeah. And like with you, I'll be like, and then that's fine. But then with the stranger, you can also, I feel like you
a
can
side
also,
hug.
Yes, you can hug, but it's kind of like just like with this part, with your
just
arm,
your shoulder,
and then that's it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like a polite hug.
Yeah.
But if I like know you or if I like you, I'll be like, a little more.
Yeah, that's different.
So
that's very different.
I think it just depends. You have to kind of also read the room. Like you have to like figure it out. You can kind of sense, but also it's kind of hard. Like we have a friend that she has autism, and I always think about like, what would you do in this situation?
Yeah. But you can also just say it. Like to some friends, honestly, I told them like, hey, I'm a little bit uncomfortable with hugging. Yeah.
So
I don't. Fine. So they never hug me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unless I go for it.
Yeah.
Then they hug me. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's cute.
I don't think you ever told me, and I never told you.
No, I don't have that. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Fuck you. Fuck you, hugging you. Do you have any like gestures that you use with your sibling, with your sister, to communicate secretly?
I know I gave you that question, and then I don't know. I'm thinking with my sister. Not really. I think with my sister it's difficult to create those because we're really close and we communicate a lot, but we didn't have those interactions that I built because we live far away. Yeah. Then we grew up like apart. Yeah. And then maybe after like we kind of be like, you know how it's just give it time. Yeah. And we kind of like look at each other, but not something specifically.
I wanted to say the same. I feel like I have that with my brothers, but more it's just a look. It's just
it's just a look, but
like I get you. Yeah.
Or like if she have told me something like just with me, and then the conversation comes out, I'm like. But then I feel I'm horrible at. I feel I'm horrible at keeping secrets. I cannot keep it serious, and like this been happening like multiple times with our friend group. That something funny happens, but it's rude to laugh. But in between us, it's funny.
Yeah.
And for me, I just look down and don't look at anybody, because if I look at anybody, they will not stop me. Like nothing will stop me to laugh.
No.
I'll be like,
Yeah.
I can look at each other,
Yeah.
and then I hear like somebody else like chuckle a little bit too, and I'm like, fine, I need to keep it down, because I cannot handle it. So
So funny.
also with my sister, I feel if I look at her for something, I will start laughing, and I will be like, goodbye, I cannot, I'm not serious, I keep it. It's
So
just
funny.
impossible.
Yeah.
We had that multiple times.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Then we just look at each other like,
And you know, yeah.
and we know. There was one time, this is really funny that we worked together. There was one time something happened in a meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and you were online, and I was in the office, and I just look at the camera because something happened. I just look at you, and then you look at me, and even there were multiple people in the call, but I knew I was looking at Esme, and they were like,
And then you probably see me like
and they were
going
both
and looking
looking
down with my phone.
That is so funny. I don't know. I remember that. It was funny because I just look at the camera, and like you knew I was looking
Yeah,
at you.
yeah. Sometimes you can just feel it.
You just feel it through the camera.
Yeah. So funny.
What about you? You have anything with your siblings?
No, not really. It's also the same. Like we can give each other a look and we know right away what we're talking about.
Mhm.
But nothing really like that.
Yeah, specific.
No. Are there any like very Colombian gestures?
And
Tell me.
I can prepare for it because I saw this. Is this like illustrator?
Yeah.
It's actually from Australia, and he lives now in Colombia, and he does these drawings of things. And of course, if you are from different part and you come to Colombia, you see all these things. They're different. So I have a list of like I have the pictures of all the like hen things that we do.
So funny.
And then I look around and I was like, that makes so much sense. So the first one is the lip point. So when you point your lip like this, is to sign something. So if you ask me where is something, then I say like there.
To point at something.
And I point it with my mouth.
Tati. Javi does the same.
Have you done the same? Really?
Yes, they also do. Yeah. It's like giving a kiss to where you're pointing.
Yeah.
It's not with the fingers. Like
No, it's
with the mouth.
Like there.
I think that's very weird.
Yeah. Really? I thought it was a very
Yeah.
Colombian thing.
No, Javi also does it.
What?
Yeah.
Because
Maybe it's a Latin thing.
Maybe it's a Latin thing, but that's the first time I heard somebody.
Yeah?
What was it? That was unique. Yeah.
No, he also does it, and it's one of the things that, like, I don't know, are very weird to me.
Really?
No, not weird. Well,
It's different.
I mean, in general, it's rude to point. Like, also, like, I always
Yes.
thought that you are not, like,
Yes.
you are not allowed to point. But then this,
Yes.
it's a different gesture. It doesn't make it less rude for me. personally.
I think that actually that's why maybe we do it. Because yes,
Because it's considered less rude.
Because if you point, it's rude, so you don't do it. So you're like there. That one.
I do understand you can do it more secretly or something. You can do it very fast, like.
Yeah, like. Yeah, this is. You know me. If I do it, that it's not to give you a kiss. Like you're not that important. I'm not gonna give you a kiss, because when I do that, I'm like. Then I will send you a kiss.
Yeah.
No, like pointed. Okay, the next one. This one. It's also with a word. So in Colombia we had this word called paila. Paila is kind of like, it's like too late. It's like done. It's like no. And a gesture that comes with it is you put your hand in your neck and you kind of does this sign with your hand towards your neck, kind of like if you're cutting your neck and you like paila. That means kind of like done or like.
But I'm done, or what? In what context would you use it?
Okay, I'm reading what it says.
Yeah.
It says a popular gesture in Colombia that signifies something is not looking good. So mission abort.
Okay.
Yeah. So the hand motion shows it off a neck from the side several times. So like paila. So like if I go to a store and then I ask for this ice cream, they're like paila. that ice cream is gone.
Mm.
Too late. Paila. Yeah, that's like that one is a very common one. This one this one is like a weird thing. It's like going again. The cheeky gesture of tickling somebody's palm with your finger when holding or shaking hands indicates this intention of wanting
Yes.
to have sex.
I see. Keep saying it. Javi has the same.
What?
Yeah, this is also a thing in Cuba.
Yeah, like
You told me this too.
when you check in the hand.
Yeah, it's like
And then
this.
under you kind of scratch the hand of the
Yeah.
other person.
Yeah, I learned this from him as well.
You know what was the thing? I learned about this very late in my life. I think I was already older.
Oh.
And I was like, what? And then in my head I was like, wait a minute.
Did that
people
ever
do that
happen?
to me? Or did I
Did I do it? Oh yeah.
Did I do it to somebody?
Like accidentally.
Because I didn't know. What? Have you also had that?
Yes.
What? Have you?
Yeah, well, he told me about this one too. Yeah.
Wow, so then I guess Javi and I are more similar than we thought.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
really, I
like
know
a
this
thing.
one. But only because of him, I didn't know before.
Oh. Well, I found out about this way later, and I
Mm.
thought it was actually like very. I don't know. I find it very weird.
Yeah.
Just like ooh, ooh, ew. Like I don't want to have sex with you. Like what if you're hanging out with your friend and you have no clue, and then he does something?
Yeah.
Oh, but then it's like, what if he does that by mistake and he didn't mean it?
Yeah, exactly.
Or what
And
if
you
he
are
actually
interpreting it like
yes,
that.
Exactly.
Funny.
Horrible. Okay, next one is like it also comes with a sentence. It's like up to the tits. It's like hasta las tetas, and you do this kind of like what the Italians do,
Yeah.
and it means that it's full. So also both hands. Like if you do one hand, it's like the bus is full. If you put both hands, it's like it's extremely full.
This one also I heard from somebody from Spain. They have the same.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe that one I think is more common. It's like
Yeah.
hell
So that one
out.
is also in Spain. That this is full.
Like this, like it's like oh, it's full.
The
Like
hand
it's
gesture.
like, but you don't say it's full. It's like it's up the tits. Hasta las tetas.
Oh, that's funny.
Hasta las tetas.
Oh, I forgot that part.
You don't say está lleno, which means it is full.
Full, yeah.
No. That doesn't have anything to do with it. You have to say hasta las tetas.
That's really funny.
That one is really funny. There's this one is like when someone or something or somewhere very posh or snobby. You're like, oh, they're like fancy, and then you put your pinky up. They're like, oh, they're too fancy.
Interesting.
Which I do think it comes with like, you know, like when you're drinking, you put your pinky
Yeah.
up to feel like
Yeah.
fancy.
Yeah.
So in general, we use that like, oh, they're like, if without saying it, like, oh, they're like fancy, but without saying fancy, they're like, oh, they're like, and they pull the pinky up. That one is funny. Oh, this one, the floppy palm. So it's like when you have your hand and you like do it like
Shake
this.
it.
Yes, like just shake it. It's like this gesture is used in Colombia when trouble is coming or this is serious. Like
That one I
this,
haven't.
yeah, this is maybe like if your sibling, if you say something to your mom and then your sibling like fight, something your sibling will come to you and be like, "Mom is angry."
Yeah, okay, that one does make a lot of sense. Yeah.
You're up to it.
It does make
like
a lot
that,
of sense.
Like that one. I think that's it. That's the last one. The other ones, but yeah, those are my Colombian signs. Which
Yeah.
I don't think I use. I think you use them more if you're there because
Yeah,
I think
I
it
can
has to let
imagine.
people.
Or with the people that
Yeah.
also know the gestures. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very, very true.
So that's
Yeah.
fun. So education moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. In Cuba, they also have this other one that is like, if you don't understand what somebody says, you pull up your nose twice, like this.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I passed it like it was in my list, but I passed it because I was like, I don't use it and I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, so I don't know how he uses it,
Yeah.
but quite a lot.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
so whenever I say something and he doesn't hear me or doesn't understand me, then he's like, pulls his nose up. I cannot even do
Like
it
a-
fast.
Like
Yeah. Yeah, like that.
we have the muscle.
Yeah, you can do it. I don't have it.
Yeah.
I'm going
Like
too slow.
I know it, but I just like didn't know in what kind of like a scenario I use it. Like
Yeah. Yeah, well, he uses it quite often. But that is also something, like, he had to explain it to me, what it means, first of all. But also that it's not rude. Because I was always taught by my parents that if you don't understand what somebody's saying, you have to speak with 2 words. So you always say, what did you say, mom? Or like, what did you say, dad? Like, you're not allowed to say what. That's rude already. So you speak back with at least 2 words. That's what they taught us. So you can say, what, mom? What, dad? But not what.
Yeah.
That's rude.
What is rude? Yeah, that's...
So if to me a gesture, it doesn't matter what gesture it would be.
Yeah, it
would be rude
because it's not words.
Yeah, yeah. But I was taught this, but this is not how
no.
it is.
No,
but this is what I was taught, and then it's just so interesting to see how it's different in different cultures,
that's
right?
True. Oh, that's so interesting. But I think it is because the way of like here you grow up being more direct to tell you the things.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in Latin culture it's more like we don't tell you the things, but then we create things and your face or your signs that like imply that without being rude. Like for us, it's not rude at all.
No, exactly. I also think it makes a lot, like it differs a lot per person or per family or per group of people. Yeah. I think because my friends sometimes would say what to their mom, and then I would think it's very rude. But
I would also think it's rude.
Yeah.
Even in like even then like if your mom is asking you something and I say okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, mayhem. And then,
okay, what?
What you what?
Okay.
They will say like, what? I'm not your maid.
Yeah.
I'm not your maid to like call me like that. Oh, another thing with the moms is like if they ask you something, you're like, sí, and they're like, sí what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, sí señora. Sí señora. And then it was like that. Oh no what?
Yeah, my parents had exactly the same. I always had to speak with at least 2 words.
Yeah, that was.
But that was not the same for all the kids here.
No, that's just like strict parents.
Yeah.
I don't know. When say strict parents, like I don't know. It depends too. It depends. Just that like, I remember my parents would like that.
Yeah.
And then if I would go to a friend house, they're like, you remember you had to say si señora, no señora.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I know.
I always say thank you. And
so thank you. Yeah. So say si señora to your mom. So that was really angry.
Yeah. Did you ever have that you really completely misunderstood somebody's body language and then it got into a weird situation?
I don't think so. No, nothing comes to my mind to that. I feel that also because I learned that body languages of course are like different.
Yeah.
Depends on culture. I try not to keep it too like take it too seriously.
Yeah.
Like maybe something that I think in my head something, but in reality it's not like that. Just because I wouldn't assume that from other people. Like I wouldn't want people to assume that from me, so then I will assume that to other people. Yeah. So not really. I remember come back to my lore when I was little. When I was little, I remember going to therapy. My mom put me in therapy, and I remember we were sitting in a couch, and I just sat down, and they have this like armrest. Yeah. So I was sitting here, my mom on my right. There was on my left. There was this hand like armrest. Yeah. So I just lay in there, and then we were talking with the therapist, and they were like, I can see that you're like distance with your mom, even the way you're sitting like you're like against her, and I was like, what? Yeah. Like I was like so taken up. I was like, but I'm just resting my arm in here. Yeah. So I remember that.
The other way around, like she misunderstood your body language.
Yeah, and maybe like because I know the body language, like you have a lot of psychological.
Yeah. So maybe you were not even aware of it.
Yes, maybe I wasn't aware, and maybe. If I think about it, maybe I just wanted to because it was like a rough thing with my mom. Yeah. So I understand maybe unconsciously I didn't mean that, but then after that it just stayed in my mind, and I'm like I should sit down, blah blah blah.
Yeah. You keep it in your mind.
Yeah. And then another one. I was on a date, and we were sitting at a table, and I was like pointing out, like we're at the table, and it was out, so I was pointing out. And they're on a tag with a guy, and then he was like, "Oh yeah, you weren't even pointing at me. I thought you didn't like me or anything."
Oh.
Yeah. So
Really?
that was really funny. I was like,
Okay.
but maybe I didn't question it. I was like, I don't think about it.
Yeah.
That's not what I mean.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really funny. Like,
yeah.
how
How
you,
people sometimes interpret.
yes,
Yeah.
or like how also people really look at into it.
Yeah.
I like honestly, I wouldn't care. Like,
No, you
I'm
don't
too-
look so
I'm too-
far. Yeah.
I'm too into my hair or something that I just don't even think about it. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't look at it. No, I want to ask you. Have you have like something like that that you misinterpreted?
No. Well, yeah, there's just one moment that, or like one thing that comes up in my mind. I think because we were in Singapore, of course, and in Singapore there's a lot of people from different cultures. So you have a lot of people from China. You have a lot of people from Malaysia. You also have a lot of people from India.
Yeah.
And in India, if they say yes, then they do this thing of shaking their heads sideways, which to us
It's like
looks
no.
like a no.
Yeah.
So one time we were having food at an Indian place, and we were done with the food, blah blah, and we went to the cachet, and we were like, "Hey, is there a toilet?"
Mm-hmm.
And I would just remember that she did that like no, like for
Yeah,
us looks
yeah.
like no, but
Yeah.
it was yes. So she did that, and she pointed like around the corner,
Yeah.
and it was just a weird moment because we were like, "Oh, okay," it's like assuming it she meant no.
Yeah.
But she pointed, so then we still had a look, and then there was a toilet. So that was the thing that came up in my mind. But for the rest, yeah, not really.
Yeah.
I think it's just because it looks like the opposite for us.
Yeah, that's
That
true.
head shake, because for us it's like, you know, going up and
Yeah.
down is yes,
Yeah.
and sideways is no.
And sideways is no.
But they do almost this,
This
yeah,
like,
sideways, but yeah,
like
turning
moving.
it, yeah,
Oh, I didn't know about that. Oh, well, that's good to know.
yeah.
Oh, I
Sometimes
didn't know
those
that.
things you really have to keep in mind that like that's
Yeah.
how they do it.
Yeah, I know like when I was in Bali, because it's like was the first time that I went to like an Asian country, like such a completely culture. I was also very conscious about how I show myself, especially when we were going to the temples,
Oh yeah.
because
Yeah.
I don't wanna disrespect anybody.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
never my intention. But
No, exactly.
sometimes you do it without even thinking, especially a culture that like I have no idea.
No, very true.
Like
Yeah.
I have no idea who they are or what they are,
How it
and
works
how
for
it
them.
works.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, I'm not trying to disrespect
Yeah.
you. But and I know a lot of Asian people like the bow,
Yeah. Oh my God.
like a
Yeah.
lot. But that's the only thing I know. I wonder here, what is there something here now?
I don't. I think generally.
I have a question. When you bike,
Yeah.
you know, you get like
Oh.
bike roads, the
Yeah.
bridge, and then you can say something, you can stream. But is there any sign to like that you give to other bikes?
No,
like,
you
to,
can
like,
put your
fuck
middle
off?
finger up.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Not really. Yeah, I think it's more common for people to say something rude.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
yeah,
again
I
the
get it.
directness. Yeah, it's more like talking. It's more
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Sometimes I want to scream to some people too. Move!
Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm thinking about it. I mean, you on the bike you use hand gestures to show where you're going.
Yeah.
So if you're going to the right, then you need to show it so that
Mhm.
people around you know that you're going to the right by putting your hand out.
Yeah.
But for the rest, no, I don't think there's really anything like that. It's more, putting
Just
your middle
say-
finger up.
Yeah. I remember
That's what you can do.
there was one time I was biking and I sweat a lot. I blink and I sweat. So I tried to bike slow just to like chill. And then if I'm not in a rush, I'm like just like chilling.
Yeah.
And I was biking and there's just like the bike path, you can fit perfectly two bikes next to each other to like pass in. And I was just there and it was empty. And then this guy just like ring the bell
Yeah.
and then just passed me. And then he did this gesture, like he put his hand in his bag, and he did like this, like he put his like two middle fingers and like moved them, and I was like,
What?
I was so confused. I was like, what? And I was so, it threw me off. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't get
Huh?
what you're trying to say to me. Like just pass me. Like you always hear on the bike, like you always go to the right.
Yeah.
And if you're going slow or fast, no matter, like people will just pass
Yeah,
you on the
pass you,
side. Like
yeah.
that's just how it is. And that's what he did. He just passed me, and I was so confused. So I wanted to ask you if there was something.
Oh, I have
like,
no idea. No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I was like, huh.
I have never heard of that.
Yeah.
But maybe I'm unaware. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. So if you know, let us know.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
I have a clue that really threw me on. I was like, maybe he wanted to say something to me, probably insulting because.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, honestly, I have no clue what you're trying to say. So.
Yeah. So good luck with that.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Girl, you did all that for nothing.
Yeah.
And then I move on to my day. Do you like it?
Yeah. Funny. Okay, let's move on to the dilemma.
Yay.
So this time it's a different type of dilemma, because it's basically which sense would you rather lose? So you can choose your vision, your hearing,
You're hearing, you're speaking,
yeah,
your touch.
smelling, your touch.
Touch is like a sense.
Yeah.
But how would you lose it?
Yeah, and it's not about how. Don't think about the logistics here.
Not about how. Well, because it's like if you lose all certain senses, it's like a part of your body, you know. Like if you
Yeah.
lose your vision, it's something with your eyes. But the touching is all your body.
All your
so
nerves.
Like, well, all your skin nerves are
Something.
gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it could.
It can happen.
It can happen. Like sometimes people lose the sense of like. Yeah, a part of like when people like lose the sense of the legs.
Yeah.
So it can happen.
I think this one is really difficult. I don't
Because-
want to lose
yeah.
anything.
Yeah, because everything also intertwined with each other.
Yeah, so if like imagine you cannot hear, for example. You can never listen to a podcast again.
You will listen to us.
No, that would be very sad.
Yeah.
Or like what if you can never see and you can never see colors again?
I also feel like it's horrible, like to be colorblind. Like I think it's fine,
Yeah.
but then to like, oh, they cannot see like how really beautiful.
Like the sunset, for
Yeah.
example. I had a friend that
This-
had that and she cannot see the sunset. So we were traveling with her and we always wanted to see the sunsets.
Yeah.
But then she was like, yeah, I mean, I will go with you guys, but for me it doesn't really hold much because I cannot see the differences in color. Yeah, that was so sad.
Oh, that
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. That's very
Yeah.
sad. I know there are like some like glasses and those and
Mm.
stuff that you could do to help that.
I didn't even know that.
But I feel from all of them, I said I think the smell one.
But if you cannot smell, then you cannot taste, eh? So then you can never have your favorite food
You
and
can
like taste the taste.
You can still taste, it just tastes different. But the full taste
No,
doesn't go away.
I don't think so. Yeah, it goes away. If you cannot smell anything, you cannot taste anything.
No.
Yeah, really, that's the thing.
Oh no.
That's why I'm saying this is an impossible dilemma. Like I'm also not gonna answer.
That's all I'm answering, but you're not answering. Great. I'm the one getting canceling here, breaking my brain. But
Yeah.
No, I feel that you still can taste something because you know when like COVID was going on, and some people were losing the smell.
Yeah, but that was because of a virus.
Yeah, but like
So-
it's still like you still taste something. It just tastes different, of course, and it won't taste
Oh, but some
how it
people
is.
completely couldn't taste anything anymore.
Oh no.
I don't know, girl. This is an impossible thing to answer.
Yes. Because my view, I want to be able to see.
Yeah.
I want to be able to listen. Like, I don't know what we'll do without music.
Yeah, and what if you can't feel anymore?
Yeah.
That would be bad.
Yeah. I like to feel. I also love touching things.
Okay.
That's not what I mean. Like, I'm a graphic designer. Sometimes we need to print stuff, so I
Yeah.
love to touch.
Oh,
when
yeah,
it
to
feels
see
the
how-
paper,
yeah,
or
yeah.
when you put the
Yeah.
T-shirt, how soft it is,
Yeah.
and all that. That's what I mean. You woman.
Thanks for your explanation.
Turning my sentences to other things, my words.
I did not say anything. You said it. Okay, well,
I don't know, but
I don't know.
I feel that I still stand to my the smell. I thought you wouldn't smell like the bad people that smells like really bad, especially. in
Yeah,
summer.
that's true. That's true.
But also, you know what is really sad, that smell also has a lot of memory.
Yeah. That's right.
Like, you know, like have the smell of like, oh, it reminds me of my grandpa, it reminds me of
Yeah.
my grandma.
Yeah.
Or like when you walk next to a bakery and you smell this bread, fresh bread. Oh,
Yeah.
oof. But I still, in my head, think like if it needs to happen, I think that's the least worst. In my head, I think so. And since Esme's not gonna answer, because this is it. No, girl, you have to keep an
You
answer.
guys can comment what the answer would be.
What do you
Or
want
should be.
What do you want Esme to lose?
That's really bad juju. How do you say that?
Yeah, but Juju. Never mind. Forget about it.
Or say it and then knock on wood, please.
Mm-hmm. Throw some salt. Okay, well, but I think that's it.
That's it for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Comment, like, subscribe.
Yes.
But really comment, people. Like, just say something. It doesn't matter.
Something, even if it's in our language. We don't
Say
care.
something in your own language.
that. Yeah, say something in your own language. Or like if you have any way of communicating without words in your country,
Tell us.
let us know. And I'll see you next time.
See you next time.
Do it.
Bye.